we remind you that this is one of the most auspicious springtime energies that you have had access to in quite some time. Remember that this year is the year of the Kundalini rising. It is the year of 9. It is the year of your lunar center, the groin, raising in its vibration. This is like your lower self getting an enlightenment, and its consciousness is elevated up into the heart. This is your summer solstice. And from that integration of the lunar center and the solar center of the heart, a stability is formed, a type of alchemical Tai Chi or hexagrammal matrix of intelligence is superimposed upon the heart chakra. And as that stabilizes, the crown and the pineal begins to awaken. This will cause the heart chakra's energy to be drawn up to the crown, where the heart chakra will anchor itself in to the pineal gland. And in that way, Christ ascends to the throne of heaven within your own mind. What is your Christ consciousness? It is the you that knows you and others are one. All beings are a reflection of the self. Whatever you project upon the mirror will be projected back unto you. That's Christ consciousness. It is the embodiment of that, and the allegiance to that perspective, choosing not to deviate from it, no matter how tempting it is, no matter how much Satan in the desert tempts you. Remain aligned with that knowledge. All is a reflection of self. Adjust the self, the reflection changes. This is the magician's perspective. Christ is a magician. Do not forget, some of the earliest depictions of the Christos are him holding a magic wand. The wand is a phallic symbol of creation. Remember that the fruit from the garden has a yin-yang power. Your creative power, your reproductive power, your sexual power can be used in so many different ways. You can use that for a higher purpose. You can use that for a lower purpose. You can use that for a middle purpose. When the higher knowledge is hidden from humanity, the inner secrets of the sexual alchemy are forgotten. And when that happens, this is when humanity begins to develop confusion with its sexual power, with its sexual energy. And when that happens, the creative expression of humanity becomes sort of altered, becomes sort of warped. After your World War II, one of the things that many of you noticed when you look back at history is many naturalistic movements, many free love movements, and many alternate sexuality movements all began. Why? Because when you cast that much bloodshed upon the mirror knows if it reflects that back in an equal form, it will destroy whomever is casting the reflection. So what does the mirror do? It reflects an equal yet opposite energy. You are all familiar with the goddess Inanna from ancient Sumer, the goddess of love and war. When that much war is projected upon the mirror, sometimes the opposite is what is summoned. Remember that the pathways in the brain, the neural circuits connected to lovemaking, are very closely connected to the circuits that are connected to combat, to fight or flight. In that way, love can dissolve aggression. This is the takeaway message. This is what I desire for all of you to understand. When you see people being aggressive, when you find aggression in yourself, when you find that people in your life are playing power games, the first step is to love them, assume the paternal role. Because you are an avatar of the source, you can see from the source's view. The source sees them as a child of light. Hold them in that viewpoint and let that natural love that's there create a field of acceptance. You don't need to react to what they're doing. You don't need to do anything at all except hold them in that viewpoint. And from here, when you see this, behavior, choose to lovingly disengage and redirect. Remember, if you do not play power games with others, well, they will begin to feel as if they are by themselves now. Oh, I have no one joining me. If you introduce your own game, well, that will then nourish them. They will begin to feel like, they might not want to play the power game, but maybe they'll play a different game with me. So you can disarm people by being non-reactive and seeing them from that paternal source view that showers them in acceptance and love. And then from here, introduce whatever the game is that you want to play. Bring it back to that childlike state when you invited people to play games with you, or when people invited you to play games with them. Let that be how you interact with others, especially when you notice you're butting heads with people or even with yourself. Remember, these types of conflicts are not permanent conflicts. There are resolutions available in every moment. Even if these resolutions seem obfuscated or vague or hidden, the light of love will make those solutions known. Remember, whenever you say, I don't know what to do, I don't know which choice to make, I don't know where to go, all that means is you need to turn on a light. That is all that means. So all the anxiety, all the fear, it's all right if that's there when you feel confusion. But I'm giving you permission. You can slow down and simply say, oh, wait a minute. I just can't see because there's insufficient light in this space, in this perspective. Let me increase my viewpoint. Let me increase my light. Let me increase my awareness of my source connection. And as that builds, you'll start to naturally see from that higher viewpoint. Remember that you are all mammalian and you communicate with mirror neurons. You learn using these neurons. When you see another person embodying a behavior, an ability, a superpower, higher or lower, your nervous system knows what that feels like, and it knows that feeling through the mirror neurons. When you create these states of love around others, you are causing a mirror reaction in them, even if they choose to resist it on a mental level. You will still create the mirrored effect. Just by projecting that frequency, you are that powerful. The mirror neurons are how the channeling ability works. Right now, the channel is meditating upon my energy field. His nervous system is, in a sense, being entrained by my nervous system. Mine vibrates at a faster frequency, so fast it actually, to me, appears to be more stable than the channels. So my frequency is both higher and, in a sense, more stable. Therefore, when I project my mind upon the channel, he is entrained according to my vibration. You all have this exact same ability. You all have this exact same power, and this is how you create heaven on earth. It's nothing more than looking in the mirror with a particular quality of gaze in your eyes. And as your eyes shine light upon the mirror, the energy of your heart rises and is projected through that gaze. That gaze enters into the mirror dimension. And three worlds, your world, the mirrored world, and the mirror of reality itself, are blended. And with the blink of your eye, the next level of experience is reached, not just for you, but for all beings.